Welcome to the answers to sample papers, class 12 mathematics. The topics covered at this video are topics from volume 1 textbook. Question number 1. Let R be a relation over a set of all straight lines in the plane such that L1 is related to L2. If L1 is perpendicular to L2, then R we have to check out what is the nature of R. Let S be the set of all straight lines. Let us check whether it is reflexive. Take one straight line L1 in the set, and L1 related to L2 implies L1 is perpendicular to L1. But is it possible? No, a line cannot be perpendicular to itself, therefore R is not reflexive. Let us go to symmetric. Take two straight lines L1, L2. L1 is perpendicular to L2, and we are seeing from the figure that L2 is perpendicular to L1. Therefore, if L1 is related to L2, L2 is also related to L1. Therefore, this relation is symmetric. Let us move on to check whether it is transitive. We are taking three straight lines L1, L2, L3. Assume that L1 is related to L2, therefore L1 perpendicular to L2. Assume L2 is related to L3, therefore L2 is perpendicular to L3. Let us check out. L1 is perpendicular to L2 and L2 is perpendicular to L3. Now we are seeing that when it happens, L1 is parallel to L3 only, therefore L1 is not related to L3, therefore R is not transitive. For what we have found now, it is symmetric and not reflexive and not transitive, therefore the option is B, only symmetric. Let us go to question number 2. A relation R is defined as a square minus 7ab plus 6b square is equal to 0. If a and b satisfy this equation, then they are related. Let us move on to reflexive. Take A, put it in the equation. Let us check whether this equation is satisfied. Yes, 7a square minus 7a square is 0. I am replacing a by b. And wherever b comes, we are replacing it by a. For a is related to a, for R is reflexive. Let us go to symmetric. Let us assume that a is related to b. This equation will be satisfied. If b is related to a, this equation should be satisfied. And we are checking that the second equation is not equal to 0, therefore R is not symmetric. Therefore the question is answer is option D, reflexive but not symmetric. Go to question number 3. We have been given n is a set of all natural numbers and defined as f of n is equal to 2n plus 3. We have to check the nature of this function. Let us check out injective. Let us take two elements n1, n2 in the domain. Assume that f of n1 is equal to f of n2. The images are equal. Therefore, by using the given function 2n1 plus 3 is equal to 2n2 plus 3. Or by cancelling 3 and 3, n1 is equal to n2. Therefore, it is a injective. Let us check whether it is a surjective, that is onto. Y belongs to capital N. Let us take it as a codomain. Remember in mind that this y is a natural number. For y is equal to f of n you take, then y is equal to 2n plus 3, then n is equal to y minus 3 by 2, which is not a natural number. Therefore, f of n is not surjective. Therefore, it is only a injective function. It is only a one-one function. It is not a onto function. Question number 4. We have to find the value of tan square secant inverse of 2 plus cot square cosecant inverse of 3. Let us take the expression. We know that tan square x is secant square minus 1 and cot square is cosecant square minus 1. I am using it. Secant square of secant inverse 2 minus 1 plus cosecant inverse of cosecant inverse of my 3 minus 1. Now we know that this is a secant of secant inverse of minus 2 the whole square. Similarly, cosecant of cosecant inverse of minus 3 the whole square. What is secant inverse? Secant of secant inverse, it is 2 only. Therefore, 2 square minus 1 plus 3 square minus 1. Therefore, the answer is 11. Therefore, the option is B. Go to question number 5. We want the principal value of sine inverse minus root 3 by 2. Now, this is the principal branch. It lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. For we are taking it as y. We have a formula for property sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse x. Therefore, this is minus sine inverse root 3 by 2. What is sine root 3 by 2? It is pi by 3. Therefore, the answer is minus pi by 3. We can use the property of inverse trigonometric functions to do this problem. Question number 6. From matrix A is equal to Aij is a square matrix. We have to check whether if Aij is equal to I square minus j square, what is the nature of A? Now we have been given Aij is I square minus j square. Let us try to find out what is Ji. Ji will be minus of I square minus j square. Now you know that whenever you are just replacing it, it will become j square minus I square. Therefore, Aji is same as minus Aij. This is the condition for skew symmetric matrix. Therefore, A is a skew symmetric matrix. But there is no need to write the matrix. But if you are writing the matrix will be like this. Suppose A is this and A transpose is this. You are checking out that A transpose is minus A. Therefore, this matrix is a skew symmetric matrix. Well, let us find what is the value of x for which this equals an identity matrix, that product. Let us find the product equated to identity matrix. We are simply finding the product. We are checking out by equating the corresponding terms. Phi x is equal to 1 and tan x minus 2 is equal to 0. Check out for the value of x should satisfy both the equations. Now x is equal to 1 by 5 satisfy both the equation. Therefore, the value of x is 1 by 5. Go to question number 8. The maximum value we have to find for this matrix which contains trigonometric terms. Let us expand it. But with respect to the first row, I am expanding it and finding out that the expression leads to sin theta plus cos theta minus sin theta minus sin theta cos theta. Therefore, after cancelling the terms, you are getting only minus sin theta cos theta. To get the nature of this, we will convert it into a single trigonometric function by multiplying and dividing by 2. It will become sin minus 1 by 2 of sin 2 theta. Now all of you know that sin 2 theta always lies between minus 1 and 1. Let us check out minus sin theta. It lies between, when you multiply the whole this one by minus, then less than will become greater than. I am just dividing it by half. From this you are getting the idea that minus of sin 2 theta, the maximum value is 1 by 2. Therefore, the determinant which has been given, the maximum value is 1 by 2. Now A is given, then the value of adjoint A you have to find. But be careful, this is a one mark question. Therefore, you should not take the problem and then find the cofactor, then find the adjoint. You have to make use of your formula. Let us see. Let us find what is determinant A. Determinant A is coming as 8. And we are going to use the formula that whenever it is a matrix of order n, the determinant of adjoint A will be equal to determinant A whole power n minus 1. This formula you have to remember. This is a formula which to be used. No need to find the adjoint of the matrix. Therefore, this will be 8 power 3 minus 1 because it is a matrix of order 3. Therefore, the answer is 64. Let us go to the question number 10. This is a function given, is continuous given to you, and you have to get the value of k. All of you know that when it is continuous, what will happen? The limit value is equal to the functional value. Well, let us find the limit value now, and it is continuous at 0. Therefore, limit x goes to 0, f of x is f of 0. And we are going to make use of this formula. Cos x minus cos y is minus 2 sin x plus y by 2 and sin x minus y by 2. And I am using it. Therefore, the numerator will become minus sin 2x into sin x, taking minus 2 outside. First limit is sin 2x by x, second limit is sin x by x. And all of you know that this sin 2x you have to multiply and divide by 2. For the value of the first limit is 2, value of the second limit is 1. Therefore, k is equal to minus 4. Let us go to question number 11. This function is given. We have to check whether this function is continuous at 2 only, or less than 2 only, or greater than 2, or the total real number. That is, it is always continuous everywhere. And let us take from 1 to 2. It is a polynomial, therefore continuous. At x is equal to 2, it is a constant function, therefore continuous. For greater than 2 also, it is a polynomial, therefore it is continuous. Therefore, it is continuous everywhere. Therefore, the option is D. Question number 12. Okay, before that we will check the nature of this graph of this function which is given. You are seeing that there is no break, it is totally continuous. Question number 12, the function is given by f of x is equal to mod x minus 1. We have to check the nature, whether it is continuous and differentiable at x is equal to 1 and what is its nature. Let us check the continuity. I am checking the right limit. For the right limit you have to take x minus 1 because for x greater than 1 it is x minus 1, for x less than 1 it is minus of x minus 1. And both the left limit, right limit are zeros and f of 1 is 0. Therefore, this is continuous at x is equal to 1. At 1 it is continuous. Let us go to checking the nature of differentiation. Now I am using the formula limit h goes to 0 plus of f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 by h. I am substituting the values for f of 1 plus h, and here as h is 0 plus, going to 0 plus, modulus of h is h. By substituting I am getting 1. Similarly, in the left hand side limit, modulus of h will be minus h, therefore you are getting minus 1. Therefore, the left hand limit and right hand limits are not equal, therefore it is not differentiable at x is equal to 1. But this one directly you can do. For example, we will go back to the previous slide where we are having f of x as x minus 1 for x greater than 1, minus of x minus 1 and x is less than 1. When you do the differentiation directly, for x greater than 1, it is, when you do the differentiation, it is 1. For the right limit and left limit, when you differentiate, it will be minus 1. Therefore, you are getting it in the second one also by making use of this limit idea. Let us go to question number 13. F of x is 4x power 8. We have to compare the values of f of 1 by 2 and f dash of minus 1 by 2. Let us check. F of x is given. F dash of x is given. We are finding f of 1 by 2 and f of minus 1 by 2, and we are finding f dash of 1 by 2 and f dash of minus 1 by 2. Let us compare them now. By just comparing these values, you are checking that f of minus 1 by 2 is same as f of 1 by 2. Therefore, the option is C. Let us go to this. You are seeing it in the graph. This is f of x, that is 4x power 8, and you are seeing f dash of x, it is not equal at 1 by 2, but f of 1 by 2 and f of minus 1 by 2 are equal. Well, we have to find the differential coefficient of secant tan inverse of x. Remember, this problem is not a direct differentiation of secant of tan inverse x. You have to get the answer, that is, you have to check whether differential coefficient given is correct. I am differentiating and I am getting secant of tan inverse x by into multiplied by x upon 1 plus x square, because tan of tan inverse x is x. But I am making use of the formula secant x is square root of 1 plus tan square. I am using it. Was secant tan inverse x is 1 plus tan square of tan inverse x. Tan square of tan inverse x is tan of tan inverse x the whole square. Therefore, that will become square root of 1 plus x square. Therefore, it is getting cancelled. Therefore, x upon root 1 plus x square is the answer. Check out, this is not a normal problem of mere differentiation of the given function. You have to prove that coefficient is the given one. Okay, well. Question number 15. From rate of measure, if the radius of a circle is increasing, rate of increase of the circumference. C is the circumference, R is the radius. dr by dt is given as 0.5, increasing, therefore plus 0.5. C is 2 pi r. Differentiating, substitute the value of dr by dt here, then it is 2 pi into 0.5. But now they want that 0.5 is 1 by 2, therefore 2 pi into 1 by 2, therefore pi centimeter per second. They want the simplified format, therefore the rate of increase of circumference is pi centimeter per second. A cylindrical tank is filled with wheat at the rate of 314 cubic meter per hour. The depth of the wheat is increasing. Depth means height. Where V is given, R is given. Then dV by dt and is given as 314, R is equal to 10. V is pi r square h. Therefore, it is 100 pi h, because we know that what is the value of R here. R is given to you. Therefore, I am substituting R, because radius is given. Radius is fixed. Now let us differentiate both sides with respect to t, and I am getting 314 is equal to 100 pi into dh by dt. What is dh by dt now? It is 314 divided by 100 into 3.14, and by taking pi as 3.14, therefore it is 1 meter per hour. This function is given, and we have to check whether it is strictly increasing or decreasing or increasing, whatever may be. Let us just find the f dash of x now. Now I am taking 12 outside. Now for this you have to check, you have to convert it into a perfect square, so that we have to check whether it is positive or negative. Therefore the sine square minus x plus 1, I am writing it as sin x minus 1 by 2 the whole square minus 1 by 4 plus 1. By getting it simplified, it will become 12 into sin x minus 1 by 2 the whole square plus 3 by 4 into cos x. Now let us visualize what is it f dash of x. This f dash of x contains two terms, sin x minus 1 by 2 the whole square plus 3 by 4 into cos x. The first term, that is sin x minus 1 by 2 the whole square plus 3 by 4, cannot be negative. Therefore the nature of this f dash of x depends on the nature of cos x. But all of you know that the given interval, that is cos x, is negative in pi by 2 to pi. Therefore f dash of x is less than 0 for pi by 2 to pi. Therefore the option B is correct, decreasing in pi by 2 to pi. Let us visualize this on a graph sheet. You are visualizing it. This function which is given is decreasing from pi by 2 to pi. Let us go to question number 18. The condition for has no extreme value. All of you know that for finding the extreme value, we have to equate f dash of x to 0. But as it is not having any extreme value, f dash of x is not equal to 0. Find f dash of x not equal to 0. Therefore, this is no real roots. This is a quadratic equation. It has no real root. Therefore, its discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, should be less than 0. For I am using this idea, therefore 4p square is less than 12q, therefore p square is less than 3q. That is option number A. Here check out, f dash of x is not equal to 0, therefore it is not having no real roots. Condition for no real roots is b square minus 4ac. The discriminant is less than 0. Question number 19, assertion and reasoning. A assertion is given and reason is given. Let us check out the assertion whether it is true. Value of sine inverse is given. Let us take it now. Sine inverse of cos, therefore convert it into sine inverse of sine by making use of pi by 2 minus theta idea. For you are getting the answer as minus 25 pi by 10. Therefore assertion is false. Let us take the reason. It is given that the principal value of the branch, it is true. Therefore reason is true. And therefore A is false but R is true. Go to question number 20. Assertion is given as y is equal to sine inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Then dy by dx you are finding. This differentiation, we will check out whether it is correct by substituting x is equal to tan theta, and it will become sine inverse of cos 2 theta, but it should be written as sine inverse of sine pi by 2 minus 2 theta, but it is pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Therefore when you do the differentiation, dy by dx is minus 2 upon 1 plus x square. Therefore assertion is true. The value of dy by dx given is true, and the reason is by multiple angle formula 1 minus tan square by 1 plus tan square. This has been used to check the assertion. Therefore reason is also true. Therefore both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Let us move on to question number 21. Two more questions. R plus is given as 4 to infinity. F of x is given. Show that 1 1 and on 2. Let us check 1 1. Take two elements x1 x2. Keep it in mind that they are positive real numbers. I am equating f of x1 is equal to f of x2. Now x1 square is equal to x2 square. Check out x1 is equal to x2 only when x1 and x2 are positive real numbers. Therefore x1 is equal to x2. Therefore f is 1 1. Let us check out on to now. Y is given as 4 to infinity. Check out y is a real number greater than 4 equal to 4. Therefore y is equal to f of x, and y is equal to x square plus 4, and x is equal to square root of y minus 4, and we have to check out whether it is in the domain, that is it is a positive real number, definitely, because y is a real number greater than 4. Therefore f is on 2, therefore it is 1 1 and on 2. Question number, this you can check out in the graph of this function, and you are checking that it is having only a one part of it, therefore it is 1 1 because no two values are equal, and it is on to because it is a perfectly a continuous function. Well, A is given, we have to find A dash. A is there, and A dash is its transpose, and I am multiplying and I am making use of the idea that cos square plus sin square is 1, therefore I am getting a identity matrix. A dash is a identity matrix. Okay, now if A is given, this is find lambda for which A inverse exists. All of you know that for a square matrix, inverse exists only when determinant A is non-zero. Let us find what is determinant A, and not equated to 0, then phi lambda is not equal to minus 8, therefore lambda not equal to minus 8 by 5. Therefore this is the value of lambda for which the matrix will have inverse. Question number 23. If A is given and B inverse is given, find AB whole inverse. Okay. We know the formula. AB inverse is B inverse A inverse, and B inverse is already given in the question. We have to check what is A inverse. A is given. Determinant A is 2. Adjoint A is, you know how to do it. Interchange the major diagonal elements and change the sign of the minor diagonal elements. Well, A inverse formula, you know that A inverse is 1 by 2 into 2041. B inverse is given, multiply them, you will get the answer for AB inverse 1 by 2 into 10, 1, 18, 2. Question number 24. Y is given, you have to prove. But remember this problem, when you do it by direct method, that is by doing direct differentiation by normal way, getting the answer will take some time. Therefore what we are going to do is, we are going to square both sides. Y square is ax plus b, differentiating 2y into dy by dx is equal to a, but y into dy by dx is a by 2. Again differentiate it again. Keeping y, differentiate dy by dx, and keep dy by dx and differentiate y. You will get now y into d square y by dx square plus dy by dx whole square is equal to 0. Question number 25. Find the value of x for which this function is decreasing. For f of x is known to you, and I am finding f dash of x equated to 0. I am getting minus 1 and 1. Therefore you have to find the intervals minus infinity to minus 1, minus 1 to 1 and 1 to infinity. Take the first interval. From minus infinity to minus 1, I can take the value as 2, and at 2 the f dash of minus 2, I am checking its sign, it is less than 0, therefore this function is decreasing from minus infinity to minus 1. Let's take the next interval, that is minus 1 to 1. I can take a convenient value 0. Here the f dash value is greater than 0, therefore it is increasing in the interval minus 1 to 1. Take the third interval, that is 1 to infinity. I am taking 2 here. F dash of 2 is less than 0, therefore it is decreasing. Now they want only the intervals at which it is decreasing, therefore it is decreasing in minus infinity to minus 1 and 1 to infinity. Check the graph of it. This is the graph of the function given, and from minus infinity to minus 1 it is coming down, and again from 1 to infinity it is coming down, therefore it is decreasing in both the intervals. Find the interval in which this is increasing. We have to check only increasing. I am finding different derivative. Secant square minus 4 is 0. For secant square is equal to 4, or cos x is equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. Now we have to check the nature of this f of x. Now we know that it is increasing for f dash of x is greater than 0. So for secant square minus 4 is greater than 0. Secant square x is greater than 4. For cos square x is less than 1 by 4. Cos x is less than 1 by 2. For all of you know that it is 1 by 2 from pi by 3 to pi by 2. Therefore tan x minus 4x is increasing in pi by 3 to pi by 2. Similarly, let us check whether it is decreasing. First derivative will be less than 0. Here cos x is greater than 1 by 2. Therefore cos x will be greater than 1 by 2 only in 0 to pi by 3. All of you know that from the value of cos x, cos 0, cos pi by 4, cos pi by 3, cos pi by 6, all of you know. Therefore cos x will be greater than 0. It is increasing. Okay. Therefore decreasing in 0 to pi by 3. Okay. Now you are checking here from 0 to pi by 3 it is decreasing. From pi by 3 to pi by 2 it is increasing. Well, we are decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 3. Okay. Let us evaluate this sin inverse of sin 3 pi by 4 plus cos inverse of cos 3 pi by 4. Now we have to make use of that principal branch ideas. I am showing you the domain and the range. Therefore tan inverse of minus x is minus tan inverse. That also we will check out. Therefore first one you have to write it as sin of pi minus pi by 4. Second one, cos of 3 pi by 4 directly. Sin pi minus pi by 4 is sin pi by 4 only. For you are getting pi by 4 plus 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 4. The final answer is 3 pi by 4. If the matrix is a skew symmetric, values of a square plus b square. What do you mean by skew symmetric? A dash will be equal to minus a. Equate it now. By equating the corresponding terms, you are getting a is equal to minus 2 and b is equal to 3. Therefore, a square plus b square is 4 plus 9, which is equal to 13. A typist charges 145 for typing 10 English and 3 Hindi pages, while charging 3 English and 10 Hindi pages to 10 using matrix method. Let us take x as the charge for typing 1 English page and y as the charge for typing 1 Hindi page. You have been given 10x plus 3y is equal to 145, and second equation 3x plus 10y is equal to 180. Let us take A as the coefficient matrix, B as the right hand side matrix, and x as the variable matrix. Then the system can be represented as Ax is equal to B, and you know that x is equal to A inverse B. Determinant A is 91, adjoint A is obtained, and A inverse is 1 by 19 into adjoint A, that is 10 minus 3 10 into 145 by 180. By multiplying the matrices, you are getting 1 by 91 into 9 10 and 1365. Therefore, x, y is 10 and 15. For x is 10 and y is 15. Show that the function is continuous but not differentiable. I have taken this f of x when x is greater than 0, modulus x is x. When x is less than 0, modulus x is minus x. We are checking the continuity. This is the right hand side limit. You have to take 2x minus x, answer 0. Left hand side limit 2x plus x, answer 0. F of 0 is 0. Therefore, it is continuous at x is equal to 0. Let us check out what will happen at x is equal to 0, the right limit. Here modulus x h is greater than 0. Therefore, the answer is 1. When you use the left hand side limit, modulus h will be minus h. Therefore, 2h plus h will be 3h. The answer is 3. Left limit is not equal to right limit. Not differentiable at x is equal to 0. Continuous but not differentiable. Now you are checking over here. Continuity is there, but the function, the derivative is not defined at 0. Therefore, it is not differentiable at 0. Find the value of k for which it is continuous, and we are making use of the condition for continuity. Limit value is equal to functional value. Limit x goes to 0 will be equal to right limit is equal to left limit. We are substituting the value for the right limit, that is for greater than 0, and left limit when x is less than 0. Tan x is written as sin x by cos x, and by taking LCM, we are getting this expression now. We can now substitute the value for sin pi by 2. Now in the left hand side, you are getting some limits. Limit number 1 sin x by x, limit number 2 1 by cos x. You can directly take it as tan x by x also. And the third limit is 1 minus cos x by x square. Now these two limits can be directly evaluated, and we left out with 1 minus cos x by x square. What is 1 minus cos x? It is 2 sin square x by 2. Now change the denominator x square also as x by 2. X by 2 the whole square into 4. 4 comes out. For the value for k is 1 by 2. Go to question number 30. X power 13, y power 7 is given. Prove that dy by dx is equal to y power x. This problem we will take log on both sides. Therefore, making use of the property of log, it will become 13 log x plus 7 log y is equal to 20 log x plus y. Now differentiate 13 by x, 7 by y into dy by dx. Right hand side 20 into 1 by x plus y into differentiation of x plus y. Differentiation of x plus y is 1 plus dy by dx. We are now doing the simplifications by taking dy by dx to one side. But dy by dx into 7 by y minus 20 by x plus y is equal to 20 upon x plus y minus 30 by x. Let us take LCMs in the left hand side and right hand side. Y into x plus y and x into x plus y is the LCMs. Now I am simplifying it. After the simplification, we are left out with 1 by y into x plus y is equal to 1 upon x into x plus y. Because 7x minus 13 by will get cancelled. Now what is dy by dx now? Y into x plus y divided by x into x plus y cancels. Therefore, the answer is y by x. Go to question number 30. Y is given. You have to prove that the second derivative. Let us first find the first derivative. Okay. After finding the first derivative, keep an eye on the answer. It is in terms of cos and sine. Therefore, don't do the second derivative directly. Convert it in terms of sine and cos. That is basic trigonometric function, and do the second derivative. Secant square is 1 by cos square. Secant is 1 by cos. Tan is sine by cos. I am taking LCM. I am getting 1 plus sin x by 1 minus sine square, because cos square is 1 minus sine square. Again I am simplifying. 1 minus sine square is 1 plus sine into 1 minus sine. Therefore, you are getting the simplified format of first derivative. That is 1 upon 1 minus sin x. Now differentiate it. You will get the answer now as cos x by 1 minus sin x the whole square. But in this problem, be careful. Don't try to find the second derivative without converting the first derivative in terms of sin x and cos x and simplifying it. Okay, question number 31. This is a problem of volleyball player, and h of t is given, and you have to show that time at which the height is maximum. H of t is given, is a polynomial function, therefore it is a continuous function, and we are finding the h dash of t, and we are equating it to 0, and we are getting t is equal to 13 by 4. The second derivative is minus 7, it is less than 0, therefore the height is maximum when t is equal to 13 by 14. And you are seeing it in the graph that the ball is going in the curve minus 7 by 2 t square plus 13 by 2 plus t plus 1, and it is reaching its height at the point 0.93 and 4.02, which is nothing but whatever the answer we got in the previous one, that is 13 by 14. 0.93 is 13 by 14. Well, n denote the set of all natural numbers. We are moving on to the 5 more questions. Relation is given, and be careful in this relation. It is given in a cross product, that is a comma b related to c comma d. AD into b plus c is equal to bc into a plus d. And whenever you are seeing it, you have to check out how this multiplication is done. A into d, one first place into the fourth place. B plus c, second and the third, is equal to b into c, second and the third into first and the fourth. You have to remember like that how it is being made, then it is very easy. Reflexive, take the same element, belongs to n, then we are checking whether it is true. Yes, it is true, therefore it is reflexive, because left hand side is equal to right hand side. We will take the symmetric relation a comma b, and we have to check whether a comma b related to c comma d. It is given, and when this can be written like this also, that is bc into a plus d is equal to ad into b plus c. And we are checking out BC can be written as CB into D plus A into DA into C plus B. Therefore, C comma D is related to A comma B. Therefore, it is symmetric. It is very simple. Symmetric relation proving is very simple. You have to check whether both are same. Well, we have to be very careful with the transitive. We are taking 3 elements, and first is related to the second. Therefore, this is the relation. And here I am writing it as B plus C by B plus C is equal to A plus D by AD, and then keep it ready. And by simplifying, 1 by C plus 1 by B is equal to 1 by D plus 1 by A. Well, let us go to the next one, that is the relation. That is the second one is related to the third one. Therefore, you are getting the same thing, 1 by E plus 1 by D is equal to 1 by F plus 1 by C. Keep it ready now. You add both the left hand side and right hand side, cancels the like terms. You will get 1 by B plus 1 by E is equal to 1 by A plus 1 by F. Take LCMs and do the multiplication. You will get AF into B plus E is equal to BE into A plus F. And check out what is there, the relation given. You can check out that A comma B is related to E comma F. Therefore, it is transitive. Therefore, the function is equivalence relation because it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Go to question number 33. You have been given A and B. You have to check whether AB you have to find, and you have to solve the equation. Let us find AB. It's a very simple one. I am finding AB and checking out that it is a identity matrix. Therefore, AB is an identity matrix. Therefore, A and B are inverse to each other. Therefore, B inverse is A. But here be careful in this problem. The given system is x minus 2y is equal to 3, 2x minus y minus z is equal to 2, and minus 2y plus z is equal to 3. When you just see it, it is not exactly the given B. Be careful. The coefficients 1, minus 2, 0, 2, minus 1, minus 1, and minus 2, 0, minus 2 and 1. They are not the coefficient of, they are not forming the matrix B, but they are forming B dash. Therefore, be careful. Therefore, we have to check out that what is the transpose of the B inverse. It will be the A transpose. Therefore, B transpose inverse is A transpose. Therefore, the inverse of the B transpose is, you have to check out it is A transpose. Keep it ready. This will be useful for finding the solution. I am taking the given system. All of you know how to do it. I am taking it as C as the coefficient matrix, X as the variable matrix, and D as the right hand side matrix. Our system can be represented as Cx is equal to D, and I am finding X is equal to C inverse. Remember that C inverse is there already. I have told you this is not A, it is A transpose. Over A transpose I am finding. If you directly take A, you will get a wrong answer. Therefore, the final answer is 1, minus 1 and 1. Check out, this problem is a little bit different. Once again I repeat, AB is equal to identity. A and B are inverse to each other, but for the given system, B is not the coefficient matrix, but B transpose is the coefficient. A transpose is the coefficient matrix. Be careful. Okay. Anyway, if Y is equal to e power x square cos x and cos x is power x, find dy by dx. And very simple. This cannot be logarithmic, cannot be taken directly. Therefore, taking the first one as u, second one as v, u plus v. What dy by dx is du by dx plus dv by dx. And I am taking u, take log on both sides. Log e is 1 for doing direct differentiation with respect to x, and we are using uv formula, and 1 by u du by dx is minus x square sin x plus 2x cos x, and we have to substitute u over here, for it is e power x square cos x into minus x square sin x plus 2x cos x. Keep it ready. V I am taking log on both sides. It is x log cos x. Differentiate. 1 by v dv by dx is x into differentiation of log cos x is 1 by cos x into differentiation of cos x plus log cos x into differentiation of x. And by simplifying, it will be minus x tan x plus log cos x. Now v should be multiplied to right hand side, cos x whole power x into minus x tan x plus log of cos x. Now we are getting du by dx also ready, dv by dx also ready. Add them. This is the answer for dy by dx. Go to question number 34. Y is given. We have to prove an equation involving second derivative. This is the first derivative. But before going to the second derivative, let us simplify it totally by taking LCM. 2 into square root of 1 plus x square. 2 will get cancelled. Where it will be 1 plus x upon 1 root 1 plus x square. Let us take LCM. Now we can multiply this x plus root 1 plus x square into n minus 1 into x plus root 1 plus x square. Therefore, it will become n into x plus root 1 plus x square whole power n by root 1 plus x square. Without simplifying totally y1, don't go to y2. I am cross multiplying for my convenience. This is the term which is to be used for the second derivative. Now let us second differentiate it now. Keep root 1 plus x square, differentiate y1. Keep y1, differentiate root 1 plus x square in the same way on the right hand side. Now it will get simplified now, 2 getting cancelled. Once again I am taking, simplifying the brackets. Again you are getting x into root 1 plus x square whole power n on the right hand side, and multiply throughout by root 1 plus x square and replacing x plus root 1 plus x square whole power n as y. You got the answer. Check out, in these types of problem, don't do the differentiation directly. You have to prove the equation. Actually, it is a differential equation. After the first derivative, simplify, cross multiply, go to the second derivative. Find the area of a greatest rectangle. It is being inscribed in a ellipse. And all of you know that this is a rectangle. I am taking it as ABCD as its vertices. And it has a center at the origin. Therefore, all of you know that A will be in the left, B on the right, C on the top, and D on the left top. Therefore, you can have the vertices as minus alpha minus beta, which is in the third quadrant, alpha comma minus beta, which is in the fourth quadrant, alpha beta being in the first quadrant, and D as minus alpha beta being in the second quadrant. That is, I am talking about the quadrants of that plane. Anyway, two-dimensional plane. Length of the rectangle will be 2 alpha now, because alpha in the left, alpha on the right, and breadth will be 2 beta. Therefore, C alpha comma beta, I am taking one of the points that is in the first quadrant, it lies on the ellipse. Therefore, I can now express beta in terms of alpha. Therefore, beta is b into square root of 1 minus alpha square by a square. Keep it ready. Now, what is the area? It is 2 alpha into 2 beta, length into breadth. Therefore, 4 alpha beta, substitute. And I am simplifying. I am getting 16 a square b alpha square b square into a square minus alpha square by a square. As I am having square roots, I am squaring both sides for differentiation. Okay. Now, this is the simplified form of a square, 16 b square upon a square into a square alpha square minus alpha power 4. Let us differentiate it. D of a square we are differentiating, and when it is maximum or minimum, first derivative equal to 0, I am equating. I am getting alpha into 2 alpha square minus 4 alpha square is equal to 0. Alpha cannot be 0, therefore 4 alpha square is equal to 2a square, or alpha square is a square by 2, or alpha is a by root 2. Therefore, we got the value of alpha. This is a critical point you can call. But let us find the second derivative. At the second derivative, I am simplifying. I am checking out that when I put alpha is equal to a by root 2, second derivative is negative. Therefore, when alpha is a by root 2, area is maximum. Now, when alpha is a by root 2, let us find what is beta. Beta is b by root 2. Therefore, for maximum area, alpha is a by root 2, beta is b by root 2. Let us find the maximum area. It is 4 alpha beta, which is nothing but 2ab. Therefore, the greatest rectangle that can be inscribed in an ellipse, its area will be 2ab. Let us go to question number 35. Prove that the surface area of a solid cuboid is a square base. Is given volume is minimum when it is a cube. We are taking a cuboid with a square base. What will be the length? X. Breadth also will be x, and height will be y. Therefore, volume is x into y. Therefore, x square y. Volume is given. Therefore, volume is a constant. Where v is x square y. Y is equal to v by x square. Surface area is, all of you know that you have to add the surface all, x square plus xy plus xy plus xy plus xy plus x square. Bottom and the top are x squares. Well, therefore it is 2x square plus 4xy. Therefore, s is 2x square plus 4x into v by x square by substituting y is equal to v by x square. This is the format of s. S is 2x square plus 4b by x. Differentiate it. 4x minus 4b by 1 by x square. For maximum or minimum surface area, ds by dx is equal to 0. I am equating. I am getting v is equal to x cube. Let us keep it ready. Find the second derivative. It will be 4 minus 4v into minus 2 by x cube. It is 4 plus 8v by x cube. Now, when I substitute v is equal to x cube, it is coming as greater than 0. Therefore, surface area is minimum as second derivative is greater than 0. It is minimum when v is equal to x cube. Our height, let us find what is it. Height is equal to y is equal to x cube by x square, that is also x. Height and breadth, length all are equal. Therefore, the surface area of a solid cube of square base and given volume is minimum when it is a cube. Length, breadth and height are equal. Well, now question number 36, case study question. It has 30,000 to invest in 2 different types of bonds. We have to find the problem by amount invested is x and y. We have to express the system in as a system of equation. The amount of invested in the first bond is x, second bond is y. You have been given x plus y is equal to 30,000, and total interest is 5% and 7%. Therefore, I am making use of it. I am getting the second equation as 5x plus 7y is equal to 1,80,000. Now, we have expressed it in the form of a system of equation. Write the system of equation in matrix form. All of you know A should be taken as the coefficient matrix, B as the right hand side matrix, and X as variable matrix. X is equal to B. Now we have to find the value of X and Y by making use of matrix method. X is A inverse B, finding determinant A, finding adjoint A, and A inverse B I am finding. and by multiplying them you are getting 1 by 2 into 30,000 by 30,000. Therefore x is 15,000 and y is also 15,000. Go to question number 37. The equation of the path traced by a roller coaster is given. It crosses the y-axis. Find the value of a. What will happen if it is crosses the y-axis at a point 0, minus 1? Therefore, you have to replace f of x as minus 1 and x as 0. I am getting the value of a as 1 by 27. When a is 1 by 27, I am able to write the equation now clearly. 1 by 27 into x plus 9 into x plus 1 into x minus 3. Let us go to question number 2. Find f dash of x. F double dash of x. Differentiate it once. And before you are differentiating for the second time, let us now expand the bracket and convert it into a cubic polynomial on the right hand side. And now I am finding the second derivative. It is 1 by 27 into 6x plus 14. Now I have to find f double dash of 1. It is 20 by 27. Let us visualize it on a graph sheet. This is f of x and the roller coaster is moving in that, and you can now check out what is f of 1. It is already there in the previous one, f double dash. Okay, 38. A tank is formed using a combination of cylinder and cone. Tap is connected. We have to find the volume of the water in the tank. Remember, volume of the water means the tank has only conical part is full of water. Therefore, we have to find the r radius and h is the height of the conical part. 45 degrees is semi-vertical angle. From the given figure, tan 45 is r by h. Therefore, r is equal to h. Keep it in mind, r is equal to h for this problem everywhere. Volume of the water is volume of the conical part. 1 by 3 pi r square h. Therefore, 1 by 3 pi r cube. First question is answered. Volume of the water in the tank in terms of r. Rate of change of radius you want. dv by dt is given as minus 2. Be careful, water is dripping out, therefore it is minus 2. Volume is given, differentiate with respect to r and substitute what is dv by dr. We are getting dr by dt as minus 2 by pi r square. We have to check this rate of change of radius when r is 2 root 2. I am substituting now, it is minus 1 by 4 pi. Whenever you are using the word rate of change of, you have to use the negative sign. Whenever you are using the word rate of decrease, you should not use the minus sign. Well, go to the question number C. Rate at which the wet surface, be careful, wet surface means curved surface area of the conical part, because conical part only contains water. S is the curved surface area, pi r l. You know what is the formula for L? Root r square plus h square, but r and h are equal. Therefore, it will become pi r into 2r square, square root. Therefore, root 2 pi r square. And differentiate with respect to r. And already we have dr by dt is minus 1 by 4 pi from the previous substitution. Substituting ds by dr I am getting. At r is equal to 2 root 2 I have to find. Therefore, ds by dt is equal to minus 2. But remember, they want rate at which the wet surface is decreasing. Therefore, you should not use the minus sign. You have to give it answer as 2 centimeters square plus second only. Whenever you are using the word rate of change of, you can use minus sign. Well, rate of change of height, when the slant height is 4 centimeter, volume of the water is equal to volume of the conical part with water. Volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. R is h. I am substituting. Differentiate. dv by dt is already minus 2. I am substituting it. I am getting dh by dt is equal to minus 2 by pi h square. And we have to find the slant height. L is r square plus h square, which is r is equal to h. For L is root 2 h. Slant height is 4. 4 is equal to root 2 h. Therefore, h is equal to 4 by root 2. And h square is 8. Substitute this h square is equal to 8 and dh by dt. You will get dh by dt is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi. Therefore, rate of change of height is minus 1 by 4 pi centimeter per second. But you have to be very careful here. Whenever we are talking about water, we have to take only the conical part. That is the main part of this problem. Okay, practice all the questions. Take a printout of the question paper which is already shared with you. Keep it with you and try to answer all the questions and check this. All the best.